All right, I'm so excited. We have not done a host to post training in a hot minute. So I am excited about this. I want to go ahead and preface and say, now, I don't know if preface to say is the right thing to say about that, but I want to go ahead and start by saying, if you guys have specific host to post questions, okay, I want you guys to ask them. I will go back through the chat afterwards and answer any of your questions that maybe we don't touch on as we go through. But I want to make sure that this is like something that you guys, every single one of you, is taking things away from. So in order for that, you've got to ask your questions, because I'm not a mind reader, your leader's not a mind reader, and we don't know what specific issues you have if you're not saying and like verbalizing it. So ask questions in the chat as we go. And I will make sure we take a second to go back and check those out for you guys. So the first thing, we want to talk about host to post, right? Why do we want to talk about host to post? Why is it that you hear host to post mentioned on every Zoom you've ever been on, okay? And it's because host to post can be the backbone of your entire business, you guys. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, and I can tell you my non-negotiable every day for 6 years. The thing that's helped me earn thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The things that helped me be top 20 recruiter one month. The thing that has helped me earn multiple trips internationally, trips here, been recognized again and again, guys. It's not this buttload of things. It's not this crazy, like you have to be a rock star and do all of this, guys. It's as simple as one task. One task has allowed me to do every single thing and accolade I've had with this business. And guys, that is host to post, okay? That is the power it has for you. Using host to post, I went from, in my first 30 days, I went Ruby. Within 8 months, guys, from host to post, okay? From host to post, in 8 months of starting my business, I went double diamond and saw just shy of a $10,000 paycheck, okay? Through host to post. It wasn't through 12 million different things. Like, yes, there are other tasks that we have to do that do work together. I'm not saying to neglect everything, but I want you guys to know the power of host to post can have in your business. Imagine if you got really, really, really serious about host to post today, okay? And then in 8 months, you were a double diamond, making just shy of $10,000, okay? Because that's what could happen, all right? That's why this is such an important concept that you have got to get and grasp and figure out and ask the questions for to make sure that you understand, because this one thing has the complete ability to change everything for your business, every single aspect. So I broke this down into 4 steps. Since I'm encouraging everyone to take notes, I tried to break down the way I'm training into easier to note ways. If you guys haven't noticed that, I just noticed that myself as I said this, but we got 4 steps, all right? Step 1 is that you have to believe that host to post will work, and you have to believe that you can actually get them up. Because if you don't believe it, it's not going to matter. And the thing is what you did yesterday also doesn't matter. What you've done today doesn't matter. Right? Quite frankly, I don't care if you have 30 host posts up today or none. That has zero merit on what's going to happen tomorrow. Today's battles, today's wins, today's losses, those have zero effect on the outcome of tomorrow. And so we get to wipe the slate clean. We get to look at it as this is a brand new dang business, okay? You just hit start, you just hit submit. Today is your D-Day. Today is the day you get to decide what's going to happen with your business. And you have to let go of what already has happened, okay? Because we ain't got to carry the baggage, right? Let's let it go anyway. But if you are constantly going of like, well, the last 10 people I said no, the last 10 people I asked said no, what's this next one going to be any different? If you're approaching host to post that way, guys, that's why you're not getting them up. If you're like, well, I've sent out XYZ and only have one person even respond, I'm not going to get any up. The next messages aren't going to matter. You're not going to get them up, okay? Like, it is what it is. Like, that is the law of some kind of attraction out there, okay? I've been doing this for 6 years. Do you think everyone that I've asked in 6 years has said yes? Like, you want me to be honest? Like, the amount of messages I have sent out that were left unread and unresponded, sometimes not even open in 6 years, is probably well into the thousands of messages of people telling me no. Thousands of messages left unopened. Thousands of messages left unread, okay? And if I let those people hold any power and merit into my business, do you think I would be where I am today? You get to have that same power. You get to decide that, that last person has no impact on this next person. And you have to approach each person like that. Because if you carry the weight of the previous conversation into that, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. The whole universe, guys, it's like a big mirror. And so if you're projecting that energy out, it's going to give it right back to you. So you've got to believe that host to post will work. You got to believe that you can get them up. So we're believing for it. Doesn't matter what the last 10 people said, but you also have to believe that the host to post is going to work. And so that means that you have to believe that when you get them up, they're going to get comments. Okay? Because again, you can get up all the host to post in the world, but it really doesn't matter if you get up 700 billion host to posts and don't have a single comment, right? Then like, good, pat on your back, you did some host to post, you got some people to post for you, but if nothing's coming from it, it still isn't getting the job done. And so you have to believe it on both sides, because if every time you go to check your collection to see if you have any comments, if you're like, oh, I know there's not going to be any, like there's just never any freaking comments here, guess what? There's not going to be new comments. And if they are, they're going to be sparse. It's not going to be overflowing. It's not going to be abundant. It's not going to be all the things that you're wanting, because you're not putting that energy out there. You got to go with expectancy. You got to go with the belief that every single host to post you get up is going to blow up, right? I got up 13 host to post on Friday, and I got one comment. Okay. 13 host to post. I got one comment. All right. I just want y'all to know, real life, okay? It's not always glorious, but guess what? When I got my host to post up, I took the whole weekend off and went to the beach with my family. And so when I got back out on Monday, I got like 17 host to post up Monday. Do you think I went into that with the weight of Friday being like 13 host to post, one comment, 17, I'll probably get 2 comments, right? Like no one's going to be commenting on here. Or do you think that I went into it with every post being like, dang, this is the one? Because guess what happened on Monday? Because I got the work, I did the work, I got people posting, I did the thing. I had so many comments, okay? I probably got, of the 17 posts, I probably have like 50 comments right now. Like I have so many comments, and it's not always going to be like that, but I can guarantee that if you're shooting yourself in your foot before you start with having a crappy mindset, then you are not going to have it. You're not going to have that thing that you're looking for, that excitement, that energy, that comments. Like the world is not going to work against what you believe. God's not going to force blessings on you, okay? You have to be willing, receptive, and in a mind space to start crafting that within your world. So the first thing for anything in the business is you have to check your mindset. So step 2 is to continue off of that. Before messaging for host to post, guys, if you host to post is, okay, let's answer this. Drop a 1 in the chat if you were like, freaking yeah, host to post is killing it right now. I love host to post. Or drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, dude, host to post is killing me. Like I'm not killing it at the moment. Okay, yeah, a little bit of both. I feel that, a little bit of both. Okay. So if you're a 2, all right, if you're a 1, like you keep rocking in your lane. Come back to this tip later, because like, let's be honest, it's not always going to be that way. It's not always going to be rocking and rolling. You'll hit the wall again. Don't worry. But if you're a 2 already, then you've got to start implementing this to take charge of your brain. Is step 2 is before sending any host to post messages, whether that is responding to host to post messages, whether that's responding to comments, whether that's messaging, whatever that is, you need to write 3 to 5 affirmations directly related to host to post. Okay, guys, affirmations are freaking magic sauce. Okay, you want to change an area in your life, start speaking direct, very specific life into it. Give me a week, you're going to be blown away and you're going to be like, right, I don't understand what happened. All right. So that's what you're going to start doing through host to post. So step 2 is you're going to write your affirmations, and guys, specific about your host to post. Okay. So maybe it's going to be things like, everyone I message says yes. Every post I get up gets 1 million comments. I have people messaging me asking to be in my giveaway. I get up 10 host to posts with ease. Everyone that sees my messages responds to me. Everyone that I talk to puts up a post, and start crafting these ideal worlds into your business. Because the more life you speak over it, that's how we're going to tackle step 1. That's how we're going to change our mindset. That's how we're going to build the belief within it, is that you've got to start literally programming your brain to see, think, and expect the positive. So then step 3, you got to set your daily goal, because working without a goal, like how do you know when you're done, right? And the thing is if you don't have a set goal, you're always going to undershot yourself. You're always going to let yourself off the hook. You're always going to be do less than what you need to. It's just the way we work. We're going to take the easy route out. So if you don't have a goal, if you're just messaging and you're just, willy-nilly, I can guarantee you one problem you're having right now and why you're not actually getting your host to post up is you're not talking to enough people. You're not sending enough messages. Because if you're not tracking it and if you don't have a goal, then you're not going to be achieving it. Step 3 was to set your minimum daily goal. So you have to decide what you're doing. Guys, if you're boss of the wall right now, if you're pushing for a promotion, if you're trying to get builder bonuses, weekly bonuses, if you're trying to build, your minimum goal has to be 10. Like that is like industry company standard, all right? 10 host to post a day has been proven to help you rock it out, okay? If you're like, I'm still getting the feel of this, I don't necessarily need a full-time income right now. I really just want a couple $100s. Like I'm just kind of feeling this out. First off, no shame in that game. All right, boo-boo. Like that's totally cool. You can be in that spot. Don't let anyone pressure you and make you feel bad for not wanting to do this full-time or not wanting to make $1 million, okay? Making your goal, that's totally okay. Tangent, but I felt like it needed to be said. But if that's where you're at, then your goal needs to be a minimum of 5 host to post a day. Now for me, I take my Sabbath. I'm religious about giving my day back to God and I don't do my work on Sundays. So at this point in the month, you guys, we're going to do yesterday because it's easy math, but we're just going to go off the math my brain already did. So as of yesterday, halfway through the month, guys, that's like 130 host to post you should have up if you're doing 10 host to post a day and taking 2 days off. So drop a 3 in the chat if you have at least 130 host to post up already this month. I was about to say, I know Laura does. Teresa, I'm going to guess that you do. All right. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. All right. That's what I expected. Okay. So that's pretty fair. All right. If you look at like realistically, guys, if you're in the chats and you're seeing the booms and the enrollments, who are they coming from? Right? They're coming from the people who are showing up and doing the work for their business. The cool thing about it is you get to flip-flop that on a dime. Literally, you can decide today, like before going to bed tonight, you're going to get 5 hosts to post up. You can decide tomorrow, you're not going to miss a day where you don't get 10. And like I said, I took the whole weekend off, okay? I want to piggyback to that. I took the whole weekend off. I rarely do that. I rarely take 2 days. I think I'm going to start doing it once a month because it was just really soul-filling. But I wanted you to hear the numbers I said. On Friday, I got 14 hosts to post up. On Monday, I got 17. Even though I took 2 days off, I still got my 10 hosts to post up for one of those days. All right? Like you still can plan ahead. You can do more, but you want to make sure that you're getting that 10 as much as you can, okay? Getting it at consistency built. Or if you're wanting more of like the fun money, getting that 5 consistently every single day. So now once you set your goal, now we got to get to work, right? Step 4, you got to get to work. All right. Nice and easy right there. So let's talk about how we can get host to post up, right? Because now it's all fun and games. You learned you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe it's going to work. You got to set your goal. You got to do affirmations, but none of that's going to actually help you get the post up. Let's be honest, right? If you just do step 1 through 3, your business ain't changing. We got to still talk to people and we got to ask people. So how are we gonna get the host to post up? So I put together a list of like all of the ways that I get host to post up. So I've rotated when it comes to like working. I've done shifts, I've done task lists, I've done all the things, but it's important to make sure that we have that goal. That's why I wanted to make sure we mentioned that. Because just sending a set amount of messages, which I know a lot of people have done with this shift system, is a great foundation. Building yourself to get comfortable sending a certain amount of messages a day. But it does not matter how many messages you send if you don't hit your goal, right? Because there's some days maybe I send 10 messages and I get 10 hosts to post up. There's other days that it may take me 400 messages to get 10 hosts to post up, right? But if I'm only saying like, I'm just sending 10 messages a day, heck yeah, I did my work. If I'm not getting the result, the work doesn't matter. So we have to have both sides of it, okay? So you have your goal. Now I'm gonna work through these depending on my day, depending on what I want. I'm not doing everything every day. It depends on the day, okay? But these are just all the different ways interchangeably I'm using to get my host to post up, my 10 a day. Okay, so the first thing is I post once a week about the giveaway. once a week max. Okay. A lot of times twice a month. So not even once a week, but I'm posting about the giveaway on my page. I'm giving my personal following a chance to go see my page and enter our giveaway. A lot of teams right now are doing product. So like Lululemon, iPad, AirPods, that kind of stuff versus cash giveaways because of all the Facebook icky flags and all of that. But find a way to advertise your giveaway on your page. And then once you post that, pin it to the top of your page. That way, as you are working your business, as you are talking to people, as you're wishing people a happy birthday, as you're sending friend requests, as you're doing all your other tasks, if someone goes to your page, the first thing that they're going to see is your giveaway. So that's going to help you keep getting comments. Also, with that being there, you can tag followers and highlights, all right, once a day. So what I do is I put up my giveaway host to post on my page, or giveaway post on my page, and I let it go. I don't do anything else. The second day, I'm going to go tag at highlight at followers. Okay. And then I'm just going to let it go because that's going to push out a push notification to a bunch of people that I posted. So then I'm going to let it be. It's going to get more comments and stuff. If I notice that we're still within the window of I don't want to post another one yet, but it's also not getting any comments, I'm just going to at highlight at follower again because I can do it again. And it is going to, again, send out another push notification. So that way, it's going to keep getting more and more comments throughout. Yes, Sandy, I pin it to my page every time. And so I'm also with this post, guys, you do not need to respond to every comment as soon as it happens. All right. Use the Facebook system to work for you. If you wait and respond slowly every time that you respond to a comment, right? Haley comments on my giveaway post and I wait 2 hours before I get to her comment. And if I reply messaging her, I just reboosted that post. So that means that post is being pushed out on Facebook again because it has more interaction. So if then 2 days later, I go and I respond to Jenny's comment on my post and I'm like messaging you, guess what? Facebook is about to push my post out again because it has more interaction. It's been boosted. So don't respond to everyone at all times, okay? I do 25 message sets when I'm working. So I never do more than 25 messages from a giveaway post on my page a day. I give myself an easy 25 in the morning where I don't have to think about it. I don't have to find people. I don't have to struggle or figure it out or anything. I go and I message 25 people for my post, but then that's it. I'm not going to touch that post again. I don't care how many comments. All right. I've had giveaway posts on my page with thousands, like over 1,000 comments. I'm not sitting there and messaging hundreds of people a day. I'm doing 25 and then 25 the next day and then 25 the next day. And so one, I always know I get an easy 25 messages out, but then that post is constantly every single day being reboosted. So then it continues to get more and more and more comments every single day. You got to learn how to use Facebook to work for you. The thing about host to post, you guys, the thing that is going to be the biggest game changer for you is you've got to figure out how to turn it into some form of a system. Okay. It cannot be linear. If you're just doing host to post in a linear task and you can never get it to start revolving, you're always going to feel like you're hitting your head against the door. You always are going to feel trapped in this struggle of how the heck am I going to get more up? Versus if you can find some kind of revolving system, some kind of way to keep it working for you, that's when you're going to learn to fall in love with the host to post system. That's when you're going to learn to find the ease in it. And so with that post on my page, that's where I start creating a loop instead of being linear. I didn't just post a post and respond to the comments, right? That's linear. Instead, I've got to wait for it to reboost. I've got to wait for it to reboost. I've got to wait for it to reboost. And it keeps working for me to make it easier. And that's the kind of systems you've got to get in place with host to post to get you out of that bang your head against the wall phase, okay? All right, let's see. Next thing on my list, especially if you guys are newer or if you've never done this. Ask your close friends and family to help you, okay? Like, your mama cares about your new endeavor, probably. Ask if she put up a post on her page. Like, that simple. You ain't got to, like, send her your host to post script. Okay, literally call up your mama, be like, dude, I am freaking stuck. Will you help me get unstuck? I just need you to go post this really quick on your page, okay? That's it. There's a good chance that they're going to help you, okay? Ask your friends and family, ask the people who are close to you, and then when they say yes, have them put up a giveaway post on their page, okay? That's going to get you more people ready to post and to talk to. But if you're stuck and you haven't, ask your people in your circle to help you. All right, next thing on how we're going to get them up is we're going to message down our friends list. I freaking love messaging down my friends list. If you guys have ever been on a Zoom where I talk about working at all, you've heard me say that. I will 100% always take the easy route, okay? But I know that about myself. Like if there's an easy way out, that's the way I'm going. I'm willing to do some hard work. Okay, don't get me wrong, but I want the hard work to be the easiest possible version of it. Okay. And that's what messaging down your friends list is, guys. It allows you to do like 700 things at one time. Love that for me. Love that. Okay. So when I'm messaging down my friends list, I'm going to give you a real quick run through, but I'm putting every single person I come into contact with into a category. Okay. I'm doing something with every single person. So I'm not just getting my host to post messages out. I'm doing like 25 things. Okay. If it's someone that I have never talked to, or that is okay, if it's someone that I've never talked to that is local, I'm messaging them about the business because I'm trying to grow a local team. If it's someone I've never talked to who's not local, I'm asking them to post for me. If it's someone that I have asked to host a post previously in another month, I'm asking them to host a post for me. If it's someone that is local, not only that I have already messaged about the business, I'm going to go add from their friends list, more local people, right? If it's someone that I've talked to about products before, I'm gonna follow up with them. If it's someone that I've talked to about products before, but they haven't responded in a really long time, I'm gonna ask them to host a post for me. If it's someone I talked to about the business, I'm gonna follow up with them. If it's someone I talked to about the business that I haven't heard back from in a really long time, I'm gonna ask them to host a post. If it's someone, what other categories do I have? Maybe that's it. I think that's all the messages. I think I went through everyone. I didn't write this part down. But if it's someone that, if it's someone I have talked to recently, and I'm like, I don't really know what to say here. Like I've already followed up with you yesterday, earlier this month or something, I'm going to interact with them. And if it's someone that does not fit any of those categories, I'm going to unfriend them. Because clearly I don't need you. You're not helping me. We're not working. Nothing. We're not vibing. You're gone. So it becomes a way that I can just go through so many different things for my business like that. Love, love, love that. And then if I'm trying to do goals, so like, for example, I do 25 post to post messages, 25 follow-ups is like typically my, like sets. So if I do all of my follow-ups, if I hit 25 before I hit 25 of the host to post messages, then I'm just going to start asking everybody to host a post for me. So you can just flow with it. All right. Don't make it so structured that you put yourself into a shell you don't know how to get out of. All right. You can't mess this up. You just keep flowing with it. You just keep rocking with it. You find a way to keep growing and going forward. Okay, another thing is you can post just an interaction post. Okay, so this is a giveaway post on your page, not talking about the giveaway. All right, it's how do you put your toilet paper under or over, or do I have any moms on my page? Like, what kind of mom? Like, have you seen like the hearts, or like a controversial post or something? Literally just something to get people to start commenting on it. And what that does, again, it just gives you a list of people. Now you can go and message and ask if they want to host a post. It makes it simpler for you because you have 50 likes and 23 comments where you can go and right there, that's 73 messages you can go and send out. Like you have somewhere to pull from. You can do the same with your story and swipe up, message the people who have viewed your story. Again, it just gives you a list to work from. When it comes to getting host to post up, you guys, the secret is to ask enough people to get your goal done. Okay. And like I was saying, some days maybe you get 10 host to post up from asking 10 people. Other days, maybe it's 100 to get 2, okay? You just have to have your goal in mind so you know that you have to keep working until you reach that goal. And the cool thing is if you keep working until you reach that goal, you almost always surpass the goal. If I keep messaging until I get 10 up, there's a good chance I'm going to have someone that I sent the post to that maybe hasn't gotten off work yet. And so when they get off work, then they put it up and I get 11 or 12. Like it keeps growing. So if we are working until we hit the goal, we almost always are going to surpass it. So the next thing I do to get those host to post up is I use second entry host to post. All right. I'm sure all of you guys know what this is, so I'm not going to go too in depth. But again, it's creating some kind of cycle. You've got to find a way to make host to post work for you versus like keeping it linear where you are just working. So Heather, I am going to post this recording so you'll be able to go back through and re-listen to it if you did miss any parts. So what I do is I have someone post for me today, and then 2 days later, I'm going to message them and offer them a second entry. I do it like clockwork. 2 days just feels good to me. Feels like the right amount of time between them posting. And I give everyone 2 entries. So it's going to be like product or business. And then 2 days later, I'm having them post about my giveaway. And then their friends are going to comment, and I'm going to have them post about the products or the business. And then 2 days later, I'm going to have them post about my giveaway, but then their friends are going to comment, and then I'm going to have them post about the products or business. And then 2 days later, I'm going to have them post about the giveaway, but then their friends are going to comment. And you see what I'm doing here? Okay. It just starts creating this cycle to give you more people to pull from, another list where you can go and you can get people to talk to. One thing that I'm also doing right now with giveaway host to post, because Facebook's a little nasty, right? It's just this whole dang world that we don't understand. We don't know how to work, and it's kind of a bully. I rarely can send friend requests like easy wise, right? Like it has all these new things of like, you don't know this person. And I'm like, well, that's actually like an actual family member. So I do, but that's fine, Facebook. So I do not send friend requests on giveaway host to post. I save those to try to get my product people in my inbox a little bit easier. So what I'm doing on giveaway post is I'm responding to the comments, asking them to friend request me. Let me pull up what I say. Should have already written this down so I'd be able to see it. Okay, I respond to each individual comment in little bitty sets, okay? Again, you can get blocked for anything. So I do like 3 to 5 comment responses per post. And then later on, I'm gonna go back. And later on, I'm gonna go back, okay? Just remember the same thing as my post. If I respond to only a couple of comments on this giveaway host to post, and then come back later, and I come back later, every time I start responding to comments, guys, what's happening? It's boosting. It's gonna keep getting more comments. So don't feel like you have to respond to every single thing you see the moment you see it. It's okay to draw it out. So what I respond to all the comments is I say, hi, I'm the friend. Please make sure you add me as a friend and message me the word giveaway so I can get your entry confirmed. And then you have to go not just to your messenger, okay? You have to go to messenger, and then I don't have messenger pulled up. You got to click the 3 lines on the top left. You got to hit message requests, and it'll show you may know, and then it'll show spam. You got to check both sides. You got to give it a second to update as well, because sometimes it takes a second for it to show you that you actually have a message there. But that's where you're going to go when you're going to see the word giveaway. When I go through and respond to comments like this, guys, I start getting people messaging me all the time. So then now I can just go through and like giveaway, message. Again, it makes it so simple to get these messages like sent out and start getting more host to post up that way. And then this is my last like ditch effort pretty much. If I've done all the other things, I'm still struggling. I don't have my 10 hosts to post up. I don't know what else to do. I go and I start messaging people who've posted for me previously. I would much rather have someone brand new post for me because I would like, some new people. But at the end of the day, I post and I have the same people watching my post and I still get new people, right? Like, let's think about that. You post every single day, you're still getting comments. So it's okay to have someone who's already posted post again, because you're doing it way more frequently than they're doing it for you. So I'll go back through previous months and I'll just start messaging everyone that's ever posted for me, asking them if they want to post again. And I keep my similar message that I normally ask, and I just include that, like, I know you've been interested in getting in my giveaway before, so I wanted to like extend the opportunity again and see if you'd be interested in XYZ, like whatever I'm doing this month. Okay, so I'm gonna do, okay, before I was gonna jump in the comments, but you know what? I'm gonna keep rocking and then we'll come back because I've seen a lot of questions in there. I got too much of a squirrel brain to like read and come back and forth. So we'll tackle that in a minute, but y'all keep asking questions. And thank you guys who are also answering questions over there. You guys are awesome. So that's pretty much like my 4-step system to make sure you're getting your 10 hosts to post up a day. But how many of you guys are sitting there like fine and dandy? I've tried all this. I'm still struggling. Okay. Drop a 4 in the chat if you're like, yeah, okay, this is nice. Maybe I got something from this, I learned something or whatever, but let's be honest, like I'm still feeling stuck. Right? Okay. Don't worry. I got you guys. I get it. So I got a little troubleshooting, okay, that we're going to talk about here, because if you're like, I'm doing the things, I'm still feeling stuck. Let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to ask, how many messages, you don't have to answer this in the chat, I feel like I gotta preference that. You guys are too honest. You be in the chat telling me everything. How many messages are you sending? Like realistically, if you think about it, how many messages are you sending? And are you tracking them? That's gonna be step one. Because if you're not tracking how many messages you're sending, you're not sending as many as you think you are. You're not. I love you, but you're not. You're not sending as many as you think you are if you're not tracking it. So you have to start tracking your messages. Okay. So I'm thinking of things as we go. So I'm having to jot them down. So how I do it, because I am a squirrel brain, like I just said, I gotta have a system. So I send 5 messages and I have my calculator on my phone. So I send 5 messages and then I add 5. And I go send 5 more messages and I add 5 until I get my 25 done. If my daughter says something to me and I start getting distracted, I'll add 2 wherever I'm at. And I'm gonna go get 3, add 3, round it back to 15, right? And I literally add sets of 5 and I track my messages. I keep up with it. I don't trust myself to go send out my messages. I keep up with it. I track it. I send a minimum of 50 host to post messages every single day. And that is just ask messages, guys. For me, that does not include second entry. Those second entry giveaway host to post messages I'm sending out where they already posted 2 days later, I'm out. Those don't count in my ask messages. Those I'm just doing anyway. Okay. So I do 50 host to post messages minimum a day. And then those second entry host to post asks as well. But I'm not checking the box and being like, cool, I'm done. I did 50. Way to go, Mariah. You did awesome, which I do. Like, that's freaking awesome. Okay. It's hard to sit down and get 50 messages out sometimes, but I know I cannot stop there. I got to keep making sure I'm showing up for my business and getting the results I want. So I may do some more if I need. Second thing is how many friends do you have? Second question you ask yourself, how many friends do you have on Facebook? Because if you have less than 2,500, 3,000, that's probably another reason you're having issues. If you have more than 2,300, 3,000 and you're feeling stuck, it's probably because you have a bad network and you haven't taken the time to hardcore weed people out and bring new in again. Because we think that, you know, we tell people, and there's so much truth in it, but once you hit 1,000 friends, you'll feel a break in your business. You're going to feel a different level of ease come in. When you hit 2,000 friends, it's going to get easier. When you get 3,000 friends, it's going to get easier. When you get 4,000, like, and y'all, that's for dang sure. Okay. It's way easier to work with 1,000 people than 10. All right. Even if they're bad people. Okay. 1,000 is still better than 10 in the amount of people we can talk to. So yes, things do get easier. And that is your goal, to make sure you're growing. But we don't talk about the inverse, right? Because once you grow, what is giving you the momentum is the growth. If you hit 4,000, 4,500, 4,800 friends and you just stay there because you're almost at 5,000, you're the same as having 100 friends at that point, because you don't have the new and you don't have the growth. So either if you're probably in one of those categories, if you're struggling with host posts, either you need to get some more friends or you need to get rid of some friends and get some new friends. Okay. Anytime host to post is like not working for me, if I'm getting them up and I'm not getting comments, if I'm not getting them up, I try to go and delete 500 friends. It's not at one time. It's hard work. Okay. It's not fun. At all. It's one of the most tedious, hated tasks I ever have to do. But I go and try to remove 500 people. Guys, I was on a Zoom once and someone talked about this, and then I just kind of went through this myself too. But we like to put all these parameters on ourselves when it comes to unfriending people, because we're like, but what if they change their mind and they want to get something, and then like, I'm not there anymore. Like, I'm going to miss out because I've been following up with them for 4.5 years. And what if maybe they're finally going to be ready tomorrow, right? We all feel that, okay? We don't want to remove the people because of the work we put in. Because if they want to buy it from you, they're going to buy it from you whether they're your friend or not. Like, I literally signed up a customer 2 days ago with someone. She messaged me and she's like, hi, I'm ready to order. And I was like trying to like message her back and it wasn't letting me. And then I went and looked and I was like, we're not even friends on Facebook. Like, we haven't talked since like 2022. Okay. I don't know how she found me. I don't know how she remembered me, but I still got the customer. I still got the sale, even though I had removed her. You're not going to shoot yourself in the foot by getting rid of dead weight to bring in new life. Okay. The next thing I would tell you to do is to flip your host to post system. So as I mentioned, I have people post about the products or the products or the business. And then 2 days later, I have them post about the giveaway. We're going to flip it. and we're going to have them post about the giveaway first. What that's going to do is that's going to start getting you your foot in the door and getting you in more conversations. When you start getting in more conversations about host to post, yes, you're going to get more up just because you're talking to more people, but you're going to start feeling better. You're going to start feeling more confident. That's going to help you with step one again, right? Making sure your mindset is in the right place. And so start asking people first and foremost, go post about the giveaway, okay? If you guys know Sam Bowers, her Facebook was shut down entirely, permanently disabled, a while, like, I don't know, December. So from January to earlier this month, she had got over 4,000 friends on Facebook, okay? She went from 0 in January to over 4,000 friends this month, okay? Do you want to know how she did that? Giveaway host to post. Giveaway host to post allowed her to grow that exponentially that quickly. So if you're like, well, I'm stuck and I need to grow, girlfriend went from 0 to 4,000 in a matter of 4 months. Why can't you do that? Because Sam is no one special. She like works really hard. Yeah, for sure. But you can work really hard. She's not God's favorite. She isn't like some ordained person that's just going to be given luck. Girlfriend has been fighting. She just went presidential. Like, or she just lost her second Facebook page. She fights for it, guys. But she went from 0 to 4,000. You can go from that too. So if you're sitting here being like, yeah, I know it'd be nice to grow my following, it'd be nice to have the friends or whatever, but that's not for me. Why the heck not? The only reason it's not for you is because you don't think it is. Because it is for you and it can be for you. But you got to step up and do the work. And how she did that solely was through doing giveaway host to post. So what she was doing is she set her parameter in the first 1 to 2 days of the month, or first 2 to 3 days of the month, first 2 to 3 days of the week. Sorry, that sentence was all over the place and wrong. So what she did was in the first 2 to 3 days of the week, she got 30 to 40 giveaway host to post up. She set the tone for the week. Okay. After that, she went back to her 10 host to post a day. Like she kept it, going back to normal, but she made sure she grew her network aggressively in the start of the week. And because she worked so aggressively Monday and Tuesday, all week long, she could get a post to post with ease. She had so many giveaway messages in her inbox. Like she didn't have to think about getting host to post up because she worked so aggressively and set up her week for those couple of days. And then she was going through the comments and doing what with that message that I shared or read to you guys earlier, responding to the comments, having those people send her a friend request, and she was able to grow that quickly. Let's see. If you're getting blocked, I saw a lot of comments about that. First and foremost, I'm going to tie this in my next tip together. I'm going to tie this in the rest of my tips together because I do think it all kinds of goes together. So if you're getting blocked and not if you're getting blocked, you need to do a reality check. I mean this with love. You need to do a reality check and make sure that you are not getting blocked for a good reason. Okay. We get blocked for spam. We get blocked for like all that. Like I need you to take a reality check and see if that is you. Are you kind of spammy? Is your page kind of spammy? Is your messages kind of spammy? Are you just copy and pasting to get it done? Are you being personal? Are you interacting? Are you showing yourself on your page? Would your grandma enjoy looking at your Facebook? Like, is your page appealing? Or is it just a walking billboard? Are you just copy and pasting to get your messages done and not actually taking the time to get to know people? Because a lot of times, not every time, okay? That's why I say a lot of times. I don't say every time, anytime, because there's always exceptions, all right? So if this is not you, don't take it personally, all right? But a lot of times, the people who are getting blocked, restricted, and things like that again and again are people who are doing things a little bit more spammy. Even like we were just talking about Sam. Okay, so Sam isn't spammy. If you've seen her Facebook, it's beautiful. She does a great job. But she also went from 0 to 4,000 friends in 4 months. You run some risks when you do stuff like that. That's a lot of adding friends, right? If you're getting up 20 host to post a day, if you're sending out 400 host to post messages a day, like, yeah, you're running the risk. Or you got to change up each message. Don't hey girl, nobody. All right. It's hey Teresa. It's hey Shara. It's hey Jenny. It's hey Vanessa. Okay. We a bunch of girls for sure, but we also all have names. Personalize it. Do not copy and paste. Use a text replacement or something like that. Don't push your luck. If you have a message that says like can't send or whatever, don't try again. Don't send more. Take a freaking break. Utilize secret messages. Utilize having them message you first. Take a break. Okay? You should do this anyway, but you should not be on your phone all day. If you're on your phone messaging all day, we're doing something wrong. Okay, let's rework this, because you are not being as productive as you could be, and I don't want you on your phone all day messaging. I want you to have a life, and this business be sprinkled in. So I sit down and I'll message for like 20 to 30 minutes, but then I put my phone away. I'm all done. I'm good for now. I take a break. I'm not pushing the envelope on what I can do. I take a Sabbath where I have a full day where I am not messaging. I'm not messaging my team except for Haley and Maya. And I've been giving them a hard time about this. But other than the two of them, I'm not messaging my team in Facebook. My new distributors, the second they sign up, I'm getting their phone number and I'm getting them out of Facebook. I need to make sure the messages I'm sending are important, are working, right? I don't want meaningless messages. I'm not messaging my mom in Facebook Messenger. I got her number. I'm gonna copy the link and I'm gonna send it to her for whatever cat video I want to send. I'm not using my message space for things that are irrelevant. I'm running a freaking business. Facebook is my business platform. I'm using it for such. If it does not support or push my business, it's out. I'm not taking the time to respond to rude comments. I'm not taking the time to prove myself if someone's being mean to me or anything like that. I'm not taking the time, honestly, to respond to the no's. Like, you say no, like, cool. If it's like, obviously, if it's like, no, I can't do that right now, then I'm gonna ask you to host a post. But like, if I ask you to post for the first time and you say no, I'm just out. I'm utilizing my messages I'm allotted well, okay? So we got to make sure that we can do things like we are being responsible with what we have. We've got to make sure that we are genuinely trying to build those relationships, that you're interacting in social media, not in Messenger, but in actual, like in Facebook, where you're telling people happy birthday, you're commenting and interacting on their page, you're working on growing, developing those relationships. You've got to make sure that you are being a real life person, bringing real life content on your page. It cannot be only this business, because then you, guess what? You do look spammy and you do look icky. And I mean it with love, but it's the truth, okay? You are all beautiful human beings. Show your dang beautiful face on your social media. All right? We're all insecure. We all have things we don't like. We all have pictures where we're like, oh my God, I cannot post that. All right? We all have the days where we're like, doesn't matter what pose I'm in, it still ain't working. But guess what? So does your following. We all, let's be honest, I don't know if any of us are at our goal weight where we just feel like hot commodities, or we're like, dang, I could never lose another pound and I'm good. Right? We all want to improve a little bit. So is your audience. Like, there's some days where you're like, I don't want to do anything with my makeup. So is your audience, okay? It's okay to show up real. You don't have to be a supermodel to post authentically and show yourself on your social media. You just show up as you. It's going to build the relationships. It's going to help your business for sure, but it's also going to help show that you're a real person. You're not doing copy and pasted content, you guys. You're getting blocked a lot of times, right? For being spammy. If you don't ever post original content, that is spammy. Even if it's good content, if you're still copying it from someone else, you are not the original creator. Facebook is like, that's sus, right? Like, they're like, what's happening here? I've never once heard how Haley actually talks. All she does is post Laura's stuff and post Teresa's stuff, right? But if Haley shows up as Haley, she's going to start building rapport within her audience, but she's also going to start building more confidence with social media and with that Facebook algorithm as well. And guys, also, don't put your eggs in one basket. Have a backup, okay? Be working a second platform, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, the Twitter, Snapchat, I don't know, all of those things that you guys, cool kids use. Find another platform so that if something does happen to your Facebook, you keep rocking. Because guess what? Sam lost her entire Facebook within 4 months, she didn't like sit there and be like, oh, that sucks for me. During the period, her 4 months from 0 to 4,000 friends, she promoted to presidential diamond in her company. She decided she was not going to let that stop her. She decided that she was not going to be stuck. She decided that that did not define her. She decided that the problem was not a problem, but an opportunity to find a solution. And she kept going. And so whatever that is, that thing that you're fighting and facing, it does not have to stop and define you unless you let it. It doesn't have that power. It only has that power when you authorize it to. So you can keep pivoting, you can keep pushing, you can keep growing. So I'm going to try to scroll through here real quick and look for questions. If you have any questions, you guys want to help me out. If you have any questions that I did not answer about host to post, and you want to drop them real quick, even if you already asked, would be a great help. If not, I am going to scroll through and look. So I mentioned someone's talking about can't get past 50 messages. So I do a lot of the secret messages just because it helps. But everything in Facebook, guys, this is like I've said at the beginning, post to post is the bread and butter. Post to post is the thing that's going to get you to where you need to go, get you in the conversation. But everything works together. So you can't neglect the other things. Definitely work on building that community, building your presence. That is going to help with getting blocked, but then also utilize things like secret message. When I'm going down my friends list, I'll use that a lot. And so if you don't know what that is, let's see, friends list, find someone. When I don't have a message from. Okay. Well, I picked a bad example. All right, Haley, I'm gonna go message you for this because I know I haven't secret messaged you. Okay. So secret messaging is when you go on Messenger. All right, click at the top here. And if you scroll down, it'll say go. I know you guys can't really read this, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about. Okay. It goes right here. It says go to secret conversation and it'll bring it up like this. And it just says like encrypted end-to-end encryption or whatever. And a lot of times you can message there, even if you're blocked on messaging. Again, don't abuse it. If you are getting blocked, like don't push it. Do some work a second platform. Okay. If I'm getting blocked on Facebook, I'm gonna go message on Instagram. I'm gonna go post a reel or a TikTok about the giveaway. Like I'm gonna find other ways to keep working, but using secret messages has been one of the biggest tools I've used to help me get past getting blocked messaging. Also, you guys, I mean this with love, but we get to decide how we're going to show up, right? We just talked about that. Like you get to decide if the problem's a problem, problem's the opportunity for a solution. You also get to decide if you're going to show up and work your business in fear. And there's a chance at any point in time you could get blocked or your Facebook could get disabled. Let's be honest, we don't really know all the rhyme and reasons, but if you are constantly showing up in fear that that's going to happen or scared to send the messages because that's going to happen, like you're not called to live and work in fear. Okay. Like it literally says 365 times in the Bible, like do not fear. We are not called to be in fear. There is no problem that God cannot handle. There is nothing that you cannot overcome and work around. You doing every single thing correct, every single thing right, guys, that does not guarantee you're not going to be blocked on Facebook or that your Facebook still won't get shut down. Okay. I just keep saying that in there. And I think we got to talk about that is like, if it does, that does not disrupt God's plan for you. That does not disrupt God's timing for you. That does not mean whatever your goal was is not going to happen in the time that it was supposed to. It does not mean anything is interrupted, broken, disrupted, derailed. it is still going to happen in the exact timing God wanted it to happen to originally. There is no problem that he did not see forthcoming. You cannot show up in fear of what may happen. Because we are not doing that. We are not showing up in fear. We are not showing up scared. We are going to show up and just trust that it's all going to work together. That's soapbox. What do you say when people say, I don't want this stuff on my page? I unfriend them. Like I said, I'm using my messages wisely. I don't need that. My Facebook is my business. All right. If someone walks into, let's be okay, I don't actually know because I've never been, but in my mind, if someone was to walk into like Louis Vuitton, like a Louis Vuitton store, okay, and they're like, do you have a coupon? Like, can I use a coupon? Do you think they're gonna be like, sure, let's sit down, let's talk about the coupon? No, they're gonna be like, get the F out of here. This is Louis Vuitton. Our cheapest bag is like $1,200. Okay. No, you cannot use a coupon, right? They're not bothered or worried about that person who's got a mental state at a different level than them. Your business is your Louis Vuitton store, all right? If someone's coming with bad energy that's not supporting you, make them go away. Why do you have to respond? It's probably some stranger online anyway that you're never going to see or talk to again. Why do we have to make it into something? Like, let's just move on. Let's just unfriend them and keep rolling. It doesn't have to be something that we put thought into, concern with. Like, I just keep it rolling. If they're not helping and supporting my business, I don't need them. Like, this is literally just for my business. My favorite product host to post. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Like, we've all heard that. Yeah, we always try to reinvent the wheel and we always try to do what other people are doing. And I'm done with all of that. So if something is working for you, do not change it just because something else is working for someone else. Okay, let me start there. A lot of people swear by gummy host to post. Love that for you. If that works for you, I freaking love that for you. That's not for me. I've gotten up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gummy host to post. Not for me. Sam Bowers right now, she swears by a burn host to post. If that works for you, freaking roll with it. Go for it. Stay in your lane. Do what works. For me, for my entirety of my business, 6 years, it's the same exact host to post. I sway and then things don't work and my business starts dropping. And so I always go back to this. This is my fallback. And I just realized that's because it works. Is I just do generic weight loss, y'all. I switch it up a little bit, but it's like, if you knew you couldn't fail, would you lose? A, 5 to 15, B, 20 to 30, whatever. Sometimes it's going to be colored hearts. Maybe it's going to be Easter emojis in March. Like, I don't know, but it's always general weight loss. And the thing I like most about that is that gives me the power to recommend what's going to work, not what I'm pushing. Does that make sense? I'm not just sending gummies to someone I don't think gummies would actually work for. I'm able to have a conversation because I know their goals of what they're wanting to lose, and it opens a different door. So I always do that. And then I do distributor host to post. Here's my thing with distributor host to post. I believe it's a mindset thing that, like, you have to go into it knowing, and it's not this way for everyone. This is how it is for me. This is how I have to approach it. Giveaway host to post is not to sign distributors. Or not giveaway host to post. Geez, y'all. It's getting late. Distributor host to post. Okay, I do giveaway host to post. Distributor host to post. All right. For me, distributor host to post is not to sign distributors. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing distributor host to post to bring people into my network interested in the business. I don't want someone to comment on a post about, like, if you can make extra money from home, sign up on the spot. Maybe they're going to be good, but they don't know what they're getting into. There's no way they know what they're getting into, okay? They don't know me. They don't know what's going on. They're just jumping in. You can jump in and run. I jumped in and ran. I had one conversation. I saw one post. I signed up that same day. So, like, that can get you places. But I look at it as it's not a quick fix. I'm not doing distributor host to post to get some distributors. I'm doing that to make sure that I'm growing my network, to bring the people in that do want this business, to start building those future relationships and cultivate that into distributors. So I do distributor host to post, but it's not like to sign distributors. I can tell you, like, not like instantly. I can tell you the distributor, again, I've been using the same distributor host to post for like 4 years now. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I just say, is anyone looking for a stay-at-home online position, whether it be full-time or just extra cash on the side with little pointy hands? That's it. Super simple. Let's see. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Final call. We have 3 minutes left. Drop a 5. I'm proud of myself for counting for an hour, and I think I'm still on track. No one who watches the recording tell me otherwise. Drop a 5 in the chat if you took something away from this, if you feel maybe even just a little bit more capable to go forward and start getting those host to post up. Make me feel good about myself that I helped you guys with something. Yay. I'm very, very much not green. So coaching things that aren't like fire just to make you feel good about yourself and like pumped up, it's really, really, it's more so difficult for me. So it always like makes me feel good to know that you guys took something away from it. But yeah, a lot of host to post, this is my last thought on that. A lot of host to post, guys, it comes down to grit and mental fortitude. Okay. Like you have to just decide you're going to do it. Like you can have all the excuses. I don't have an upline. I don't have help. I don't have people working with me. My network doesn't want to support me. I keep getting blocked, XYZ. You can make the excuses, or you can just figure out how you're going to work this dang business. Okay. I didn't have an upline. I never had an upline. I never have had someone ask questions to. To this day, I do not have someone, if I'm getting stuck with host to post, I don't have anyone I can reach out to and be like, I don't know what to do. I can't get host to post up. People aren't responding to me. I don't have that. I've never had that. I never let that stop me, you guys. Whatever situation you're in, you have the choice. Are you going to let it be your handicap? Or are you going to let it push you forward to find a way? Like, guys, I literally have a note in my phone from where I give other people advice. I write it down so that when I need advice, I know I have no one to ask. I can give myself my old advice. Okay? You find a way. You don't look at an obstacle and be like, dang, this means that I can't do this. This means I can't get past this. This means I can't make the money. This means I can't come home. This means XYZ. Like none of that has to define you or hold any kind of grip on you. You get to decide that no problem is the problem. It is just an opportunity for a solution. You've got to find a way to coach yourself, to ask the questions. Every single one of you guys has an upline that loves you, a sideline that loves you, or a Mariah that loves you, okay? Like every single one of you has someone to go and reach out. Get the help you need. Ask the questions. Find a pivot. Find a way to coach yourself. Do whatever it takes to stop letting that obstacle that has held you stuck with host to post be the final say. This can completely change your business like that. You can promote this month. Guys, y'all, we have half a month left. All right? I've seen people go ruby, emerald, diamond in less time from 0. All right? You have plenty of time left to get it together, to make it happen, to put your dreams on the like forburner, not the back burner anymore, to freaking show up, make it run, make it go. And I want that for you. And I want you to want that for yourself. I want you to decide that this is your time. You were so tired of being in the same place. You were so tired of sitting there, getting stuck and staying stuck, being frustrated. Find a way to break through the frustration, break through the bounds of the chain, and make this business work for you. Because this industry, this company, this business, guys, it does not discriminate. There is not one thing wrong with you that disqualifies you from the success that everyone else has, okay? There is nothing wrong with you in what you're doing or the way you are. You just have to freaking keep going and make it happen. Stop letting the freaking obstacles stop you. Find a pivot. Find a way around. Because you were meant for more. That thing on your heart, guys, it is meant to come true. And I believe it can come true now. I believe you can make leaps and bounds this month toward that big goal for you. But you will never get there if you let the obstacles be the end all be all. Because guess what, y'all? When you break through this roadblock that you're at right now, guess what's going to come up after? Another one. And then when you get through that, guess what's coming after? Another one. There's always going to be something that you have to figure out. There's always going to be a time you have to pivot. There's always going to be a time you have to push through. You have to get back up. You have to fail forward again. There's always something else coming. And I don't mean that to be like, dang, this is pretty sad. But I mean this to say, like, it never has to define you. It never has to be your end all be all, because you are destined and meant for more. You got God, right? He already went ahead of you. He's already blazed through everything. He's already made a way through every roadblock and obstacle that you could ever face. And what he has for you is on the other side of it. And there is nothing that can get in the way and ruin that plan or timing for you. So we got to stop giving power to the things that don't deserve our power. Those roadblocks, those obstacles, those sucks, those icky feelings, whatever that is, we got to stop giving that power, because we are here and we are on a mission for something great. We have power, we have influence, and we have impact. And I am ready to freaking run forward with you guys to keep expanding that touch and growth, to keep growing our business, to change our lives, and to change our lives so profoundly that it goes on beyond us to our kids, our grandkids, our sidelines, our team, their family, that we are so on fire for changing the world that we actually freaking do it, because we can. And this gets to just be a stepstone as you're working towards that, of finding the answers, making the pivots to keep growing forward. So I'm going to pray us out, and I'm going to try to get this up on my YouTube tonight. If not tonight, then tomorrow. But dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this group. Thank you so much for this time where we get to come together. We get to grow a little bit more in our knowledge of business, a little bit more in our knowledge of ourselves, and hopefully a little bit closer to you too. I'm just so thankful for this group. I'm so thankful for what you're doing here. I truly believe with everything in me that you are blazing a trail, that you are moving mountains that we can't even see yet, that you are just clearing and paving a way, that as we decide to show up in faith, to fight the battles head on, to tackle the obstacles head on, to not take no for an answer, to keep pushing and learning and growing, that as we put in, you're going to multiply what comes out. And so if that is the case, then we want to stack the equation. We want to put so much into this, so much good intention, so much belief, so much work, so much power, so much hope, that what comes out so far exceeds our expectations, that we are so blown away. And the only answer is you. It's nothing but God flowing through us and in this to create the amount of success, power, legacy, and impact that I know that these women can have. And I'm so excited to watch your story unfold within them as they take charge of their business, as they show up daily, as they keep fighting and failing forward. I know big things is coming from this group, and I'm excited to be a part of it and to watch it unfold. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you guys, and I hope you have an awesome week.